Hello everyone, this is Jackie Pride, and I wanted to do a clip on the Ego card from the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I just thought if you saw how an angel therapy practitioner might read the card, it would help you with your own readings. And so the Ego card is also known as the Devil card, and they linked Archangel Jophiel to this card, which I think is I think it was a wise choice. So it says, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. And we see that the Fool card, he's in the same position, but now he has a mask on his face. Now he's holding a bag of money. So that right there, and there's Jophiel bringing her angel healing to him. The Fool card showed this person without the mask and all kinds of just spiritual, divine, angelic energies around him. He could easily hear his divine guidance. He was very much connected. This card showing that some kind of facade, something that we think we have to maintain, is it's starting to chip away at our clear divine connection. Jophiel coming in to help us get back to our real self. Sometimes, like he's holding the bag of money, sometimes you might look at a job, or you might look at a job and you might say, this is the only way I can make money. So Jophiel would be coming in and saying, that's not the only way. Or you might be in a partnership where you're like, if I leave this partnership, I'm not going to be able to have the kind of things that I have now. Jophiel again coming in and saying, well, certainly sometimes less is more, but also this person is not your only source of income. So at the very, very core teaching of this card, it's that the reminder we are in a co-creation with God, and with God anything is possible. And you know, sometimes we forget that if we've had someone in our lives, or like a job in our life, where that job seems like it's the main steady source, sometimes we forget the source behind that source would be God and God's blessings. So Archangel Jophiel brings the beauty of God. She's like the feng shui angel, one of my personal celestial guides. So I work with Jophiel every day, and I can honestly say, out of all, like when I do my prayers, I feel her answering them the fastest. With her, it's just an immediate, do this right now. And I can always count on changes happening within a day once I ask Archangel Jophiel to help me. So I pulled the 3 cards from the Archangel Oracle cards deck that represent Jophiel, so that you can get a gist for her energy. And the first card is Clear Your Space. And it says, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So right there, the feng shui, helping us to remember that our environment affects us. And it's hard if you're in an environment where you're around a lot of people that are different from you. Just realizing that alone, you're in a situation where you're not going to be getting support. Okay, here's a classic example. I know a girl, she tries to recycle all the plastic bottles and stuff in the house so that she can have a little bit of spending money and maybe save up for a car. But just basically, that's kind of her way of generating some money. Everyone else in the house, though, doesn't really respect that, and so they may take her cans that she's been collecting all week, and they may go cash it out so they can have gas money. And then it's hard to see it when you're in a situation like that. It's like, oh, I'm in an environment where I don't know how to overcome this environment. Jophiel saying, well, it might be time to create your own little spot that's your own little sacred space where no one can tamper with that. And it might have to be outside of the home. like, you know, a nature spot in a park or something, but going someplace where you can be in an environment that is supportive to you. The feng shui, I always say to her, please feng shui my life and feng shui me. Just change whatever needs to be changed around so there's more harmony and balance. And to get rid of clutter, telling us we don't really need as much as we think we need. And there is energy in the things around us. So if you are surrounded by like dead plants, you want to get rid of those things, because on a very subtle level, they're not helping you out. You know, it's if you have a lot of clutter and whatnot around you, it's really not helping you out. So helping us right there with making changes in our lives, just what can I do to create a nice, clear, clean space? And once you do that, it sets a whole lot of things in motion. It really, really does. The other card that represents her is patience, and it says your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Now, if you've ever grown a garden or tended a garden, if you've ever planted something from a seed and watched it grow, then this makes a lot of sense. It's like every day there is steady growth, but it's going to take a lot of time and energy. You're going to have to be committed to it if you want these results. You're going to have to just be accepting of the fact that some things just take time. And you will have a great result at the end of that if you continually put in your positive attitude, your love, your commitment, and your caring and your nurturing. Okay? You know, when you hear people talk about, why are you a good cook? And they say, because I put love into it. You know, people who, well, oh, you have such beautiful plants. How do you take care of them? I love them. So Jophiel directing us towards that which we love. If we genuinely are drawn to loving something, if something, a hobby, an activity, whatever, it draws out that natural love in us that's effortless, we're going to have a better time, a more successful time getting through those baby steps where we're trying to get a result. Okay, if you hate school, then going into a program, it may not be wise. That's all I'm trying to say. So Jophiel definitely leading you to where your heart wants to be. And the last card is outdoors, and it says go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So again, all of these cards have something to do with movement. So don't be surprised if when she shows up, you're like, I want to make changes. I want to move direction. I want to move to a different location. I want to move to a new job, or, you know, move to a new place to live. Those things might be churning up inside of you when she comes in. That's why she helps you to calm down by saying, okay, we're going to get you ready to move. We are going to move you. But in the meantime, let's appreciate where we are now while we're making the transition to move. Go outside, get some fresh air. That's just, to me, when this card comes up, it means that we need to calm down. And sometimes the best way to calm down is to just get away from people and be in a place where we can just be quiet. Also, when you're in nature, energetic healing can happen as well. Energetic cleansing can happen as well. When you're in a home where you're not allowed to light incense, you're not allowed to have candles, you're not allowed to do things and pour sea salt in your bath and, you know, take flower essences and crystal essences and stuff. If you're not allowed to have those things, then just the best thing you can do is walk outside and just sit next to a tree, sit next to some flowers. Go into the market and stand next to the plants. You know what? Because as soon as you do that, they're going to just start absorbing from you whatever the emotion is that you want to be cleansed of, that stress and anxiety. So Jophiel coming in, helping us to be positive, validating, yes, I will help you make these changes. And in the meantime, we're going to relax and appreciate what we have right now. So How does that tie in with the ego card? Okay, again, a false sense of entrapment. She does help you to feel a sense of freedom. Starts with inner freedom, the freedom to make a different choice, the freedom to make a different decision. Okay, and then taking the steps to create outer freedom. Being overly focused on material things, reminding us you're in a co-creation with God, you're in a co-creation with your angels. Let them help you through this time when you're feeling trapped in the physical world, you're feeling trapped in your life. Let them help you, okay? And negative or fear-based thoughts. She comes in, and the best way you can feel positive is if you're looking in the mirror and you like what you see. When you're looking around you and you like what you see. That's where she helps us to get into a state of empowerment. So, clearing away the negative and fear-based thoughts by helping us to remember that. If you need healing, the simplest thing might be just to go outside and stand next to a tree. Let nature heal you, because nature is a healer. And she can help you to calm down those feelings that I just can't take it anymore. Help you breathe through it until you start to feel more stable again. Okay? So what we see here is she's putting her angelic energy into the dreamer here. She's helping him to have the courage to take off that mask and to get back into a full connection with his guides, his angels, and with God. Okay? Also, though, for the devil card now, in a regular tarot, when that card comes up, I usually tell people, be prepared for some kind of a spiritual test to happen. You know, where you're asked to, well, you know what a spiritual test is. It's whatever is going to test you, your inner beliefs and things like that. And so it can make you feel uncomfortable. Just know that a test is on the horizon, and you'll know when you've passed it. You'll know by the relief you feel and the fact that you know you've done a good job. Okay, so nothing to be afraid of, but sometimes this does need to be addressed in the human reality, right? So with that, I bless us all with enlightenment. Take care and have a great day.